Hello Gemini, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is a reading for February. I thought we would get into the monthlies and get you some energy for February of 2025. It's time for us to look a little bit further into the year, right? Already into the second month. I'm here with the Psychic Tarot here, and we're going to look at a few questions. We're going to ask some questions for you for the month of February. Find out what comes out here. First question we're going to ask is what is within your control? The next question is what is out of your control in February? We're going to talk about your finances, and we're also going to talk a little bit about love. And so I thought we'd just sort of skippity-doo over all of that and find out what is coming up for you in February. Touch on some of those things. Please keep in mind this is a general read, right? You're getting yours done first because it is Aquarius season, and I thought I would just do Aquarius first, so that means that the other air signs follow suit. So shake hands with an Aquarius. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini. Okay, look. There we go. First one out. So that is what is within your control. So with what's within your control is the shadow. So I want to say that, of course, that's the moon energy, and things always are. I want to say that things are not as they seem right now, and it may feel like that is out of your control, but what is within your control is how you look at the situation. I'm going to say how you look at the situation and how you, I want to say how you cooperate with the shadow. The shadow self is what I'm talking about, right? And the shadow self is, it's not, why did you yell at the cashier? It's like, why did you really yell at the cashier? It might be something a little bit deeper. So it feels like what is within your control is the shadow side. It's within your control, and it always is. But I feel like it's something that you need to look deeper into an issue. And I'm going to say that's what is within your control. That something that's happening on the surface is not usually what the problem is. Look deeper. What is out of your control in the month of February? It's out of your control, Gemini. Sacrifice. So that is the Hanged Man. What is out of your control? Very interesting. I've got a couple of major arcanas here. Now, when the major arcanas show up, that is something that that is coming at you, and your only choice here is how you're going to deal with it. So whether you're going to react to it, like snap react to it, or whether you're going to respond to it slowly. So I feel like what's out of your control is there is some sort of sacrifice that you're going to have to make. It might be an emotional sacrifice, but it also could be that you have been sacrificing yourself too much, and that what is out of your control is that. Like maybe there's things that are going on around you in the month of February that are out of your control. And the only thing that you can do is try and get a different perspective on what's going on, or that you can pause for a moment. It might be something emotional, and that might be why it's a little bit tough to deal with. But sacrifice, being card number 12, is Piscean energy. You could have a Piscean placement possibly, or be dealing with a Pisces. We also do have Cancer energy here as well. All right, so your finances, tell me about finances for Gemini for February. Oh, look at that. I like that energy. Fulfillment of wishes. So something you've been hoping for. Look, there's a little treasure chest here. I kind of like that. There's a little treasure chest here. I feel like something that you've wanted, a fulfillment is showing up here. It might be an emotional fulfillment for some of you, but for others of you, it could be something that is, in the 3D, because we do have a plant here. So I'm going to say something you can touch, hold, taste. But this person is carrying sort of a scroll in the arms. So maybe it's something that you've learned that is going to bring some sort of a fulfillment of wishes. Maybe it's an idea that shows up, or someone tells you something. Like it feels like it's an idea or information or knowledge, the knowledge of something that shows up that changes the finances or that fulfills your wishes in terms of your finances. Tell me about love for Gemini. We've got recognition and reward. So it feels like for some of you, if you are single, someone might be recognizing you as someone that they want to date. Recognition and reward, though, could also be that maybe if you're in a relationship, maybe you are married, I feel like somebody is just going to say, you know what, you're just always there. Like I feel somebody is going to recognize your hard work. Bottom of the deck is hope. That is card number 17 is the star energy. So I feel like it's a hopeful month for you. I'm going to say a hopeful and healing month. So whatever might be going good or bad, I feel like the purpose of February is to heal something within you. February also turns into Piscean energy, right? So we go from, we go up until the 18th, I think, the 18th of February in Aquarius energy. And then after that, it's Piscean energy, which is card number 12. So there might be some sort of sacrifice that comes at the bottom part of the month or something like that. We'll talk more about that. Let's go back to the shadow energy, which is what is within your control. And your shadow is always within your control if you've done the shadow work. Sometimes we don't know that we have a shadow side. We deny the shadow side. We say, I don't have those problems. Don't talk to me about the problems. And that's when things can go sideways, right? Tell me about shadow. Tell me about the moon energy. There could be something here that is not as it seems, because that is moon energy, and that's card number 18. We've got judgment. We've got the King of Swords. So what is within your control is that there's a decision that I feel that you're going to have to make here, Gemini, that is best for everyone involved. That is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. But I want to say that it's a decision that you're going to have to make quickly. We go from the moon to the sun. It goes from the dark to the light immediately. And so I want to say that whatever is showing up that you don't see it coming, this thing that is within your control, look, your shadow is always in your control. The way you deal with things, the way you react or respond is always within your control. But I want to say that you don't see something showing up here. And I feel like what's showing up is you're going to have to make some sort of decision to change your mind about something. And I know you don't like to do that quickly. It's not easy for Gemini to change their minds quickly. In fact, you can get quite stuck in the mind sometimes. So I feel like this energy here, the King of Swords and the Judgment card, is telling me that something has come to an end and you don't want it to end, or the way something is, or that you're now going to have to change your mind and see something in a different point of view, by a different point of view, because the sun is here. And when the sun shows up, you see everything. Like when the sun shines into the water, which is Pisces, Cancer energy here. When the sun shines into the water, sometimes you can see right to the bottom and it can terrify you because maybe you see something you don't want to see, right? In the deep, dark depths here. So it does feel like there is something that, the Judgment card is about something that is ending, and you're called, because you're being called to do something else. You're the one who's going to make the decision that's best for everyone involved, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. It could be a family situation. It could be a relationship situation. But it does feel like you will have all of the information you need to make the right decision. Because the King of Swords is never going to make a decision unless they have all of the details, the facts. I'm going to do it head over heart. But I feel like you're going to be able to see all of that, everything that you need to see. Nothing's going to be hiding in the dark. So you can make a night to day sort of decision. One more card. Could be dealing with someone who's a Leo, possibly someone who's an Aquarius, a Libra, or maybe a Gemini like you, but we have Virgo and Pisces energy here. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse. And I feel like the great thing here is that you're going to be able to see all the details, all the facts, all the figures, all the numbers. You're going to have all the information that you need to make a really good decision. And it's the 5 of Cups showing up in the reverse to me is no regrets. You're going to have no regrets after you make this decision. So what is within your control is to make some sort of decision that puts you on a new path. Possibly, maybe you were going to move to that house across the city. Now maybe you're moving across the world. Like it feels like there's a decision that you have to make that's actually quite a big one, but you're going to have all the information that you need to make the decision that's best for you. And when the decision is made, you will have no regrets. Tell me what is out of your control. Is this sacrifice here? So that's sort of interesting because it feels like in February you're going to be making some sort of sacrifice. It could be an emotional sacrifice, and it could be that you have to sacrifice something because of a decision. You've got to change your mind about something here, right? So tell me about what is out of your control. We have the Lovers card, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you're getting a perspective, a different perspective on something, and it's because of clarity. I love that all these swords are showing up for you. For those of you who are single, I feel like for the longest time you couldn't make a decision about somebody, whether you wanted to open yourself up to someone, whether you wanted to date someone. I feel like this decision is going to become abundantly clear for you in the month of February. It does feel like with the Ace of Swords that there's some clarity here, that maybe you had blinders on before, but maybe you're going to be seeing something really clear. You're making some sort of really big decision, which is within your control. And then we have the Lovers here, and it could be about a soulmate or someone that you feel you're very connected to. I am just noticing here that we do have this, we do have the sword that is sideways here. So I feel like for the longest time you didn't know what to do, or it was a challenge for you to make a decision about someone or a situation. Maybe it was a choice you had to make, a choice between two people, a choice between two jobs. It feels like this thing here is something that is out of your control though. So I want to say the only control that you have when something shows up that you have no control over is how you react to it, right? So I feel like you go straight into Swords and start getting clarity from the universe, start making decisions. It feels like that's something. It feels like it is a challenge for you, but I feel like the Three of Swords is in the reverse, which tells me that the decision that you're going to be making is not heartbreaking. In fact, I feel like whatever it is that's out of your control is showing up to heal something. Like you wouldn't have expected it to show up, but I feel like it's healing something emotionally for you that's on the inside, is what it feels like here. One more card. It feels like now you have a choice. Maybe it's without your control, like maybe you don't have control over the two things you're choosing from. Maybe two things are presenting themselves to you and you've only got those two things to choose from. But I feel like you are making some sort of a choice. It could be about a lover, could be about somebody you're romantically connected to, or a soulmate energy. But I feel like you are, the final word is yours, because the Ace of Swords is here, and before you had blinders on. I don't think you will anymore. I feel like you're going to realize that this person, the situation, whatever the situation is not here to hurt you. It's in fact here to give you perspective. Oh, look at that. It is love. For some of you, it could be that it is maybe to forgive somebody. It could maybe to let bygones be bygones. It could be to allow a friend into your life that maybe hurt you or broke your heart in the past. Now that you're healed, you've decided that you can allow that person in again. What is out of your control is that this person shows up and you're not ready for it. And I know you don't like surprises. So I feel like the sacrifice here is that it does feel like an emotional sacrifice. Like it feels like you need to get out of the tree. It's time for you to stop stalling. It's time for you to be a little more flexible in your thinking. But it also feels like you get a different perspective when this person shows up without announcing themselves first. And I feel like that could be what is out of the control of you. So it could be about love, romantic love, because we do have the Lovers here, but definitely could be a friend or a family member that maybe you've been on the outs with or had sharp words with. I feel like that's healing itself. And now you have a different perspective. Maybe it's been a while, right? It could be maybe you haven't talked to this person for 3 or 4 or 5 days maybe. Tell me about fulfillment of wishes. That is your finances. I like it. We've got the Knight of Cups. So something here that you've been waiting on that is moving really slowly here. But it does feel like it is abundant. It'll make you happy. It's going to have money flowing is what it feels like here. But it's been taking its sweet time showing up. We do have the Star. And we have Temperance. Look, it's all about healing. We've got water, right? We've got the Star here. We've got somebody here who's pouring water, right? So we've got the balance of emotions. We've got the Knight of Cups, which is moving really slowly. toward whatever the opportunity is, because I don't want to waste a drop of my emotional time on it. It feels like there is something here that is showing up. Again, we have temperance, right? Temperance is also water, right? We've got an emotional decision that I feel is showing up here about your finances, or that you're going to become emotionally happy because this is fulfillment of wishes. Now we have water. We have a lot of water. It's something that is very emotional. It's like, it feels like it's relief or healing of the finances. You might have some money that is showing up for you in the month of February. Something comes into balance for you. It's the moment of alchemy here where you've realized that things are finally coming into balance. It's like a blessing or a manifestation is about to show up and is about to fulfill your financial wishes here. Tell me more. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like I'm talking to a Gemini who's been suffering in finances. It feels like you've had maybe a large impact to your finances, or your stability has been rocked. Maybe it was just overspending in January and December. It could be that as well. But I feel like you've been inward trying to find your stability. What do I do next? Do I do a side hustle? Do I get a second job? Like, it feels like the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is trying to make a plan about where am I going to plant next, because I need food. And if I'm going to harvest, I'm going to have to plant. So it feels like you're coming up with a plan with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and I feel like it shows up. So I'm going to say that if you're the one who's been financially impacted, or your stability has been rocked in terms of your finances, I feel like that's about to heal itself, but through a moment of alchemy. You're not expecting it, but things are about to come into balance because they're supposed to be that way. It feels like something is going to be healed, but it's just been taking a really long time. And with the Aquarius energy here with the star, it could be a decision that's been taking a really long time. I feel that decision might be made in your favor in the month of February if it is concerning your finances. So we do have love, and that comes up as recognition and reward. It almost feels like you're humbled by something someone says to you. If you're the single person, maybe somebody here is realizing that it's you, and they are recognizing you as the partner, or rewarding you with affection or love. Feels like it could be that. If you are somebody who's already in a relationship, it feels like it's that your partner is going to recognize you and reward you in some type of way. It feels like it's going to humble you, I'm going to say, because it feels like this person here is, they're bowing. It's like this beautiful light. It's like somebody notices you. Somebody's finally noticing you, whether it's, the thing is even when we're in relationships that have been long-term, like maybe you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship, that sometimes it can be work, eat, sleep, then there's the kids, then work, eat, sleep, right? And sometimes we're kind of passing ships and we don't really take the time to give recognition or reward to the partner who's been supporting us the whole time. It could be that sort of energy as well, but something here is healing. So for some of you who are single, I feel like it feels like that somebody who didn't know what to say to you, possibly they did hurt you or break your heart, that this is healing itself. It feels like this is the second indication of healing. So we have 3 and 1 sword, here's 4, and now we have 4 swords here. It feels like February is going to be a healing month for you. I feel like somebody, maybe a friend, because we got somebody here holding the white flower, right? White flower of some sort. It looks like it could be a lotus flower. That something is opening up, or you're becoming more open, because I feel like your mind has healed, or you've taken time away, or you're healed from some sort of heartbreak. I feel like somebody's showing up to give you love or friendship, and recognize you for the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands, of course, getting a bird's eye view. I'm going to say a bird's eye view. It feels like you have a better understanding of the relationship that you're in, or that somebody has a better understanding of you. I feel like somebody here is turning their back on maybe the harshness of the swords, of not knowing what to say. And it feels like now that you're at the top of the mountain or the top of the hill, it feels like as you're looking out onto the expanse here, you now can see that this can move forward. So whether it's a new relationship or a relationship you've been in forever, I feel like the ships that are coming in is the 4 of swords. It feels like you're making a decision to expand or move forward in this relationship. We do have the Strength card because you feel like it's the right thing to do. Yeah, it does feel like here that somebody is finally in control of their emotions, in control of themselves. It feels like you now have more courage. You have the strength to do it, whereas you didn't before, because I feel like you were healing here. It feels like you didn't have the strength to do it. So somebody might be finding the courage or the strength to ask you out, or to say, can we be in a relationship at this point? Can we move forward? If you are the single person, I feel like maybe for those of you who are in a relationship, maybe you're dealing with somebody who is a Leo. Leo isn't necessarily the one who is going to give you all the kudos and gush on you. And, if Leo says something about you, like that is positive, you better listen. Because Leo doesn't often offer these they're kind of stoic, right? Leos are kind of stoic, whether they're feminines or masculines, and they're not always going to be gushing on you. They're the person who usually gets gushed upon, right? They're the person who everybody's adoring. But I feel like somebody is going to adore you and find the courage to tell you that they would love to spend more time with you, or that they feel really balanced with you, or they feel like they don't have to be so held back when they are with you, that they can be themselves. We do have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I love it. It's about getting stability, right? Because the Two of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, is more about instability or juggling a lot of things. And I'm not really sure. And people are just watching me in the struggle. But I feel like somebody here is no longer watching you struggle. They're finally going to say something about, they're going to give you reward and recognition about how you've been dealing with life, whether you've been married with them for a millennia, or you have been somebody who is just showing up on the scene, or somebody who has been watching you from a distance and sees your courage. They see that you're ready to expand and that you seem like a good partner. Somebody wants to get some stability with you. Got the Devil on the bottom of the deck and Justice. So I feel like the obsession you've had with getting justice, with getting restoration, with things going the right way finally, is about to show up for you. I feel like for the overall month, we've got hope, right? After possible disruption that you've been dealing with. But we do have, and I kind of love this because the disruption is the Tower, and card, got 16 and 17. Then what comes next is the healing. So once the rubble throws itself to the ground, once the tower is broken down, then the healing starts. So we finally get over the hump, get over the place of, we get out of this lack energy. It could be for some of you, you were in lack of financial and material changes were happening, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles that's in the reverse for your finances. So I feel like something is being paid back to you here. And I feel like it's a successful thing. It feels like you've been waiting for it for a long time, thinking about it obsessively. That's the only thing that you could think about. Maybe you had fear that it was never going to happen, but I feel like your hard work is paying off here. I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that you have a beautiful February. It looks like that you will. Thank you so much for watching here, Gemini. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Have a beautiful, beautiful February. Bye-bye.